Hey everyone, this is Mr. here again. Got another Guild Wars 2 video for you guys. This time I'm on my main character, a human ranger. This is Lion's Arch. I think I was just bank depositing some things. But yeah, for my next mission I need to be level 30. Well, it's recommended that I'll be at level 30. I'm only level 29 at the moment, so I need to level up a bit. And that's one problem that I have with the game. I mean, it looks amazing. Lion's Arch, I suppose, is the second biggest. Actually, I'm not quite sure, but it's one of the main cities, main outposts, and it's sort of where all of the races can be seen. Normally, you know, you have the main human city. Let me just adjust my mic, sorry. Normally, you have the main human city, and then you have the main Azoran city, a main. I forgot what the Azoran one is. The main Char city. The Black Citadel, and then you've got Holbrook from Norn and all those places. But Lion's Arch is where you see all of the races together. So I think, yeah, I was heading out to do a bit of training. One of the problems with the game is that it tends to be quite long in terms of the gaps, the level gaps between missions, which can be quite annoying. But probably I'll be doing a review soon, so more about that later. Yeah, looking at the guild system, I think it's actually quite good. I think it's better than the Guild Wars 1. You can join multiple guilds and choose to represent, you know, whichever one at a certain time, which is not bad. I don't know how many you can join, if there's a limit. I assume that there is, because if you could join every guild, that would represent a little bit of a problem, I think. So hopefully you can just join a certain limit. I'm only joined 2 at the minute, 2 of my friends, which is alright. Obviously, I've only just started playing the game, to be honest, so I haven't had a lot of time to interact with too many players so far. But yeah, I think here I was just trying to do a bit of training with using the I think it's a longbow at the minute, which isn't bad. It's good for keeping enemies sort of, you know, obviously at a distance, especially with a pet. It works really well. You use that. I forgot what the skill is. You know, you shoot them really far away, so you keep them away from you. I think I'm using Troll Unguent for my healing. I'm using the I forgot what the skill is called. The skill which means that your next 5 attacks deal bleeding damage. I think the last skill that I'm using there is what's it? Lysa's Prayer or something. It gives you a random boon and it gives the enemy a random condition, which isn't bad. At the minute I'm using Greatsword, which is quite a lot of fun, and I'm surprised, to be honest, that rangers could use a Greatsword. Normally it's considered, you know, a warrior and guardian type weapon, but yeah, it's good fun using the Greatsword actually. Obviously you don't deal massive amounts of damage, but if they come close to you, and it's better that you switch rather than stick with the bow. And here's another cool thing about Guild Wars 2 is the water bits. Obviously you can just swim on top of the water. You know, if that's what you want to do, you can swim to your locations just on top, but obviously it's much cooler to dive underneath. And your whole skill bar changes as soon as you dive underneath. Your weapon changes and all that. You get certain skills when you dive under the water, and including the right side of the skill bar you can choose a whole new set of skills. But yeah, it keeps things fresh, I suppose, when you go under. Obviously it keeps it more believable, you could say. Obviously you can use a bow and arrow underwater, and it'll be increasingly difficult to use a sword underwater. Also your pet, if you realise, my pet before switches, that changes as well, according to, you know, if you're underwater or not. I think I'll show you more about pets later. Yeah, as you can see here, everything switches. I've got a different weapon. I could wield a spear, but obviously I'm a ranger, so I suppose being close up isn't too much of a good idea. I probably have lower health than other professions, and you know, can't take as much. You could say can't take as much damage. So I'd rather use this spear gun type thing, which is quite good as well. Good skills on it. It's quite fun as you're fighting underwater, and I have to say Guild Wars 2 nailed it quite well. Or Reunite have nailed it quite well. Other games have attempted underwater environments, and it's always been sort of very odd, the movement. The axes are a little bit odd, moving up and down, side to side and so on. They haven't managed to get it perfect, but in this it's actually very smooth and it does work quite well. I was worried about that when they first announced underwater stuff, but to be honest, it's not too bad. It's actually quite good. It's very fast, smooth, there's no lag or anything. It's definitely a good addition to the game. Obviously, they spend most of the time underwater, but apparently that a third of it is underwater. So far, I haven't seen it. Actually, no, that might be right. There are big lakes in it, but you do find yourself more above ground most of the time. Obviously, you can still mine here. There's still ores. There's still all different types of what can I call it? Food, I suppose, or food items. There's no trees under here, obviously. So there's no cutting of trees under here, but yeah, this is actually a really basic underwater environment. I've been in places that are much more amazing to look at. I've forgotten which area it was. It might have been Kessex Hills. There's like a whole village, underwater village, and all the different sorts of species. It's not just bad enemies here, there are NPCs around. Here's just a small example, but there's whole villages, like I said, and whole bits of like underwater tunnels that you go through that lead to a different part of the map. It is fairly complex, and they're actually doing it really, really well. What I'm showing you here is a very simple underwater area, a very basic area. There are a lot of places where it just looks amazing. You can spend your whole time underwater. Like I said, it's really smooth and a lot of fun. I think clams here, yeah, clams act as as one of the sort of, I can't really call it food, but I suppose, yeah, food type things that you can collect underwater. Yeah, a bit lost, had to look where I was going. But yeah, like I mentioned before, when I said that I was going to do a review, it might be a while before I do another video like this, the sort of, I don't know what you call it, let's play vlog type thing, where I'm talking over my gameplay and just talking about the game, what I'm doing. My next video is going to be a bit of an odd one, you would say. It's about Guild Wars 2 and all that, but I don't know, it's it's just I don't know, something random, I suppose, that I've never really done before. And then the video after that will be I think my review on Guild Wars 2. I've played it enough now. I've played different, I've seen and played different professions and races. I've tried all the underwater stuff, unlocked all new skills, tried out all new weapons. Tested the bank and the trading system. The friends system, the party system, the guild. I've basically tried out all the main features of the game, so I think I'm in a good position to give it a decent review. But oh yeah, this is the pet thing I was talking about. You have different pets. These are the underwater ones, and just before I showed the above ground pets. You can swap pets, like I swapped here to the shark. A good tactic actually with a ranger is if your pet goes down or is low on health, just switch to the other one, whether it's above ground or underground. You always tend to forget to do that and try to heal it instead, or just forget about it. But it can help you, especially if you're ranger when you're in trouble. It's definitely worth it. So yeah, it might be, well, when I say while, I just mean like a week, maybe slightly more than a week, before I do one of these types of videos again. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, let me know what you think, and let me know if you're playing this game and what your name is, or you can add me yourself. I'm sure you know what my name is. If you don't, just ask and I'll reply. Depending on what character I suppose I'm mainly playing on at the time. But yeah, I think that's about it. Guild Wars 2, awesome underwater stuff. I highly recommend this game, despite some of its flaws, but it's still definitely one of the best games I've played for quite a while. But yeah, I think that's about it, guys. See you guys later. It's been Mr. Wu here.